Tim Baldry and Alan Smith bought Mimas from a farmer after she'd been rescued as an insurance claim.
The boat is more or less like new once we get underneath all the grime and junk inside.
The boat's been sitting in a barn for 10 years, and now Tim and Alan want to renovate her back to her former glory.
For me, the end game is the thrill of doing the hobby and doing her up.
Technically, their preparation has been exhaustive, but this boat has a unique design which needs to be understood rather than fiddled about with.
That is the major blocking point on us now, is this hull and the top sides.
And time is quickly running out.
It's going to be every weekend now, practically, and we're going to have to chew into our holiday time as well.
So working as a team is important, and brothers-in-law don't always seem to see eye to eye.
Like the bulkhead, I was moaning at him the other week about that. Fixings.
I beg to differ on that.
I'll say you caught on that one.
Perhaps the late night was not really
4 hours sleep last night.
Power napping.
I'll plead the Fifth Amendment there.
Likewise.
Tim and Alan's schedule for the first weekend of the renovation involves checking out the engine and stripping out the interior.
One thing Tim's famous for is leaving the screws everywhere. It bugs me.
They've already removed the window frames and replaced the smoked polycarbonate windows.
Brand new window, all computer cut and jigged.
But there's a disagreement about whether or not the bulkhead should be removed in order to clean the inside of the boat.
Same thing, so a little round file there, and it'll slot out.
Would like to get this one out to get the back wooden panels out there.
Doesn't need to do it.
I personally would like to get them
Spend a
out.
lot of time on it. We can see all around it, we can work on the wood while it's in situ.
Yeah, I still personally, for cleaning purposes.
If it just lifted out, Tim, fine, but it isn't going to unless we sacrifice something.
With the greatest of respect, for 20 minutes with a round file, I can have it out.
If you can do it in 20 minutes then, Tim, have a go.
I will, but I need my tools, I need a round file, and that's at home. Haven't got a round file here, incomplete equipment.
At least going back home to collect some more tools will give Alan the opportunity to check the state of the engine. But Tim has more pressing business to attend to.
But I really would like to get the grass cut before it rains, please.
You just can't get the staff.
My grass awaits.
So whilst Tim attends to the grass, Alan begins work on checking and cleaning the engine sump.
I don't want to damage the face if I can. Just trying to go in very gently on the edge. Full of engine sludge over years. What I'm feeling for is any grit.
Happy that the sump is clean, he now needs to access the shaft.
There's nothing major inside at the moment.
Once the nuts and bolts have been tidied away, he takes a rubber hammer to the casing so as not to damage the engine.
When it comes off, so there you go.
Alan's only worry is a slight build-up of rust on the shaft. Meanwhile, Tim has finally found the time to find those tools he needs to pull out the bulkheads.
I know Alan's just loving it because he doesn't want them to come out, and I'm determined that I want to see them out because I want it clean and clear to work with inside, so there's no messing. You're not dodging around partitions, frightened you're going to scratch them or damage them. Take them out, clean them, put them back in. They need to come out. They're designed to come out. Let's have them out. Very good. Done a good job there, Alan. Looks good.
Yeah, the seal came out tree, and we can bang that in a little bit further. Good afternoon, so it's up afternoon. Right?
An up afternoon from a down morning.
Tim and Alan seem to be handling the small jobs well, but they're struggling with what to do about the hull, and in particular, whether it needs painting.
We've had 3 or 4 different opinions now, each one conflicting with each other. It can be polished, it can be painted, it can be taken to the gel. So that's us going to people we deem as experts.
When you're getting, as Alan says, 180-degree conflicting opinions, somehow you just need to focus those, bring those strands back and arrive at a solution that's workable. Once we get some knowledge, and we're confident with the knowledge of the work on the hull and the top sides, I'm prepared to slice into my holiday, spend every day here with a guy, being a gopher or mixing chemicals, seeing how it's done to get it done.
Working at weekends is another problem. The disruptions there I'm finding of, we need to cut grass as well at weekends, and, we're expected for dinner at 1 o'clock, and a full day's work, an 8-10 hour shift of work just isn't happening. We can spend 2 hours getting ready, 2 hours packing up, a lunchtime break, and we're probably only putting in 3-4 hours in a day.
And it seems that the hull that Tim and Alan were initially confident about is proving to be a bigger problem.
There's things in the boat that have come up and already bitten us that weren't apparent.
It was never going to be a simple project. We thought it might be, but little things come out of the woodwork.
So in order to really understand how to continue with the project, Tim and Alan have decided to go back to where it all began, the Etap factory in Antwerp, Belgium, where Mimas was designed and built.
Hello.
Good afternoon. We've come
see
to
Gert.
Yes, please come in, take a seat.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello.
Hello, Gert Vielaert.
We've
Hello.
emailed each other and
Yeah,
pleased to meet you.
that's right.
Gert Vielaert is the public relations manager at Etap Yachting in Belgium, and he's invited Tim and Alan to spend a day at the factory.
Yeah, that's right. We made a small message to the workers in the factory telling that you would be here today, and with some pictures of your boat so they know what's going on there today.
Although the factory is a million miles away from the farmyard in terms of technology, it's the valuable information that Gert can impart that they'll need to progress with the project, including a look at Mimas' successor.
See the differences already.
So is this one for sale then, Gert?
This actual one is sold, but of course the 26 is still for sale. Yeah.
How much do they go for now?
I guess they will be, by the time she's on the water, in pounds sterling, you'll end up between 40 and 50,000 euro, pounds sterling. Yeah.
£50,000.
Yeah. How much did you pay for yours?
A little bit less, we've got 5,000.
5,000 only. Yeah, that's a good deal, mate.
We might be in pocket. We hope.
But we can always do a part exchange.
That's what I like.
This advice from Gert will be invaluable when it comes to restoring their Etap. Plus, seeing the boats being built is a rare privilege for any yacht owner. And after a spot of lunch, Gert has a few surprises in store.
So this is what I found on your boat.
Wow, from the files.
It belonged to a certain Mr. Mimas.
That's the invoice
Yeah,
for it.
that's the invoice.
Wow.
So it was sold at
10,044
£10,044 at the time.
That's coming good now, isn't it?
Of course, almost all owners are constantly renovating their boats, especially when they're 30 years old. But it's the very first time that I hear really people starting from scratch to make almost a new boat out of it.
It's Tim and Alan's lucky day. Gert has introduced Hilda Peters, who's in charge of spare parts at Etap. And before they leave, a list of spares is drawn up and fast-tracked through the system so that they don't go away empty-handed. Armed with the remaining parts, the knowledge and the history of the boat, Tim and Alan are now ready to finish the job.
I'm still confident, very confident that there's nothing fundamentally wrong with her.
I'm reasonably happy that it's not as much work as I first thought.
But I hope that before my next visit, there'll be a lot more work done on the bigger issues.
The guys have had a great opportunity. They've been to Etap in Belgium. Now they've come back from there. I hope they'll concentrate, because so far they've been attacking the peripheries. They're going round all the bits and pieces. Some nice work's going on and they seem quite happy, but the main event is not being addressed.
In the next episode, Tim and Alan will have to get to grips with repairs on the keel, the rudder and the engine. And finally, make a decision on the hull repairs. But will they have enough time to get the boat back in the water before the end of summer?
Just getting the hull done.
It's big lumps
And once
of
that's
time.
done for me, I'll be happy. I'm not happy at the moment.
Join us in the next episode to find out whether Tim and Alan can complete Project Mimas.